Minutes past 2 on the dial. We are sitting right here in the shade, watching grandchildren run down the aisle of the garden our summer hands made. Look at us great at the temples today, reading the paper without any rush. Nobody calling to hurry us down, quietly watching the afternoon hush. 60 winters have blown through the pane since we packed up the flat in the town. Now we harvest the parsley and rain, never caring if stock markets drown. That was the dream we discussed in the car, back when the loan officer looked so severe. Now we can gaze at the same evening star, knowing the end of the journey is near. Look at us gray at the temples today, reading the paper without any rush. Nobody calling to hurry us down, quietly watching the afternoon hush. Someday a stranger will water the ferns, living inside of the stories we told, taking their time as the calendar turns, watching the sunset as silver beats gold. Pour another cup of peppermint tea, hold on to my hand as the shadow grows long. Everything happened exactly, you see, just like the ending of Sunday's old song. The smell of toasted rye drifts down the hall, while Arthur puts his slippers on the floor. He does not check the clock upon the wall. He lets the ticking wait behind the door. A neighbor sweeps the porch across the street, and Clara pours another cup of tea. They have no pressing place to move their feet, just hours of undisturbed tranquility. No schedules to chase or trains to catch today. The afternoon unfolds in quiet shades of gray. A pair of reading glasses rests upon the chair, while heavy burdens vanish in the drifting air. The golden light descends on potted ferns as shadows stretch across the wooden floor. With every lazy page that Arthur turns, the noisy world begins to matter less and more. For 50 years they rushed to beat the sun, and traded quiet hours for a hurried race. living resting place. The kitchen clock ticks softly on the wall as twilight gently settles through the room. They close the wooden shutters for us all and welcome in the quiet Sunday gloom.
Chair feels heavier today than it did when you ran every mile of the way. Your coat was too thin and your schedule too tight. You spent all your cash buying dreams in the night. I'm writing you this from a slow Saturday where nobody shouts and no bills have to pay. The kettle is whistling a soft minor tune, and shadows are stretching across the old room. You hurried so fast to arrive at 32, not knowing the waiting is better for you. Put down the heavy case, unlace the boots, just sit on the porch and examine your roots. The dust on the sill has no business or care. It settles in peace on the back of the stair. I used to be frantic, now look at me here, just watching the robins fly into the clear. You thought that a pause was a terrible crime, a theft of your future, a waste of your prime. But life isn't running to catch a fast train. It is sitting quite still through a slow county rain. So fold up your papers and turn off the light. There is nothing you need to accomplish tonight. The kettle has stopped and the weekend is here. Sleep easy, young fellow, I'm holding the gear.
You said yesterday the kitchen faucet clicked twice before the water ran clear and cold. Now the neighborhood cat is sleeping on the bricks, absorbing the afternoon gold. A blue recycling bin rolls down the asphalt lane, bump against the curb and stops. Someone is painting their wooden shutter teal, counting how waves across the trimmed hedgerow. Nowhere else we need to go. The dust motes settle on the piano keys, while shadows lengthen through the maples in the breeze. We leave the mail right where it fell, and let the quiet serve us well. A chipped porcelain spoon rests right beside a puddle of milk I spilled at dawn. The clock on the sideboard has finally died, and I have no place I need to be gone. Paperbacks lean against the bread box, dog-eared pages curling in the draft. I left behind the race of ticking clocks and traded frantic hours for a quiet craft. The kettle sings a slow and lazy tune, without a single duty on my mind. I watch the shadows crawl across the room and leave the heavy world so far behind. Socks go unmatched inside the wooden drawer. I trace the dust motes floating in the beams. Nobody knocks upon the wooden floor. Today belongs entirely to dreams. Even the yard broom leans against the shed, content to watch the clover slowly grow. I think of all the things left unsaid and realize there is nowhere else to go. The spoon stays still beside the empty cup. The day unfolds without a push or shove. I fold my hands and let the sun soak up the quiet corners that I learned to love. A tiny silver key rests beside my white ceramic cup. I do not need to lock the front door today. The mailman skipped our porch and left the papers piled up, and time has learned to look the other way. Dust motes dance inside a slanted beam of amber light. Nobody expects me anywhere until the night. I watch the kettle whistle its slow
resting underneath the wooden chair. A sudden piece of silence finds me sitting here. The radio plays songs from 1975. A velvet voice reminds me how it felt to breathe. It takes so very little just to feel quite alive. Just folding up the map and taking leave. I watch the kettle whistle its slow and easy tune. Pertinent letters can wait until the Tuesday moon. My leather boots are resting underneath a wooden chair. A sudden piece of silence finds me sitting here. No place to rush, no heavy coat to pull right now. The afternoon belongs to shadows on the wall. I never knew that doing nothing had a grace somehow, or how a heavy heart could learn not to fall. The silver key remains untouched upon the kitchen wood. I let the hours drift past just like they always should. The world keeps spinning fast beyond my garden gate, but here inside this quiet room I choose to wait. Distant delivery scooter rounds the gravel bend, rattling against the chill of Saturday's first breeze. I pour 2 mugs of chicory and count the folded newspapers, sitting on your porch since Thursday afternoon. We used to mend copper kettles till our thumbs were black, before the bypass took the traffic past the river bend. Now the biggest choice we face is boiled or lightly fried, and whether to patch the canvas on the garden shed. Old neighbor, bring your folding chair across the lawn. The laundry line is empty and the clock is dead. We earn this quiet hour beneath the walnut trees, while time forgets to hurry past our painted fence. No tickets left to purchase and no trains to catch, just dust motes dancing lazily in attic beams. Sit down beside me and let the kettle whistle loud, because the weekend belongs to nobody else today. A sudden memory of a misplaced shoe breaks through the quiet room. Dust motes perform a slow waltz inside
inside the amber afternoon. No pressing deadlines wait outside to knock upon the glass. Just a shadow stretching long across the uncut garden grass. The heavy boots are tucked beneath the wooden kitchen bench. A heavy sigh begins to heal the weekly hurried trench. Old vinyl spins a gentle tune upon the corner shelf. A dusty book of black and white photographs reveals itself. The copper kettle starts to hum a slow and steady tune, while silver clouds drift lazy past the middle of the noon. A slice of buttered toast cools down upon the pattern plate. There is no place to hurry to and nothing left to wait. The tabby cat is curled asleep against the woven rug, inside the comfort born from silence and a ceramic mug. The porch board creaks a welcome note to any passing breeze. It whispers secrets softly through the heavy maple trees. The golden light begins to fade into a peaceful gray. This quiet room will hold the warmth of quite another day. The hours stretch out wide and calm until the stars appear. A gentle weekend harbor where there is nothing left to fear. Why does the old clock skip its third tick while dust motes dance in yellow air? I leave the heavy boots by the screen door and walk outside without my shoes. The neighbor trims his hedge in 3 short snips and hangs his gray coat on the fence. Nobody rushing past the mailbox post, just shadows stretching very slow. Saturday stays tucked behind the shed, while copper kettles hum upon the stove. The telephone is resting on the floor, and nothing waits for me to cross the street. A yellow beetle crawls across the stone. It finds a crumb of yesterday's brown bread. I sit upon the wooden porch swing bench and watch the laundry flutter on the line. The pages of the paper lift themselves and fold right over on the sports report. A paper cup rolls gently down the drive before it settles in the ivy patch. Saturday stays tucked behind the shed, while copper kettles hum upon the stove. The telephone is resting on the floor, and nothing
afternoon expands to fill the yard. A single sparrow perches on the spout and stays until the shadows turn to blue. I pull the blanket higher on my knees. The porch light flickers on without a sound, and Sunday waits beyond the apple tree with empty hours just for sitting still. The light turning amber on the brick wall outside warns us to slow down before the morning can slide into another rush of laundry and mail. We have no schedule here, we have no trail. An older man tips his fedora at the curb. Lazy alley can disturb the pigeons pecking crumbs from the sidewalk drain, while we pretend we never knew the sting of rain. You ask if the bakery still makes plum tarts. I say they stopped baking them when we were young hearts. The stranger on the bench hears me and starts to smile. He has been waiting in this square a long, long while. An older man tips his fedora at the curb. Nothing in this lazy alley can disturb the pigeons pecking crumbs from the sidewalk drain, while we pretend we never knew the sting of rain. He shares a story about a radio show played from a rooftop 40 summers ago. We nod along and listen to his gentle voice, realizing sitting here was always our best choice. The shadows lengthen down the quiet avenue, and we have nowhere left in the world to go to. Just passing time with people we have never met, under a sun that refuses to set. Starts to whistle through the quiet room. We let the dust stay resting on the wooden broom. When we are 80, sitting on the wicker chair, watching the swallows build a nest up in the square. Nobody calls to ask us for a ledger sheet,
Just toasted rye and butter while the moments meet. I picture us tomorrow in the wicker seats, watching the neighborhood dogs trot down empty streets. Your glasses sliding down onto your gentle nose, while afternoon turns heavy into evening rose. When we are 80, sitting on the wicker chair, watching the swallows build a nest up in the square. Nobody calls to ask us for a ledger sheet. Just toasted rye and butter while the moments meet. And people said that time would vanish in a rush. Instead it slows right down to such a golden hush. A future afternoon we haven't lived out yet, already feeling warm enough to keep and get. 10 minutes past 11 on the kitchen wall. We have nowhere we need to hurry to at all. The kettle stops its singing and the day is ours, floating gently through the uncounted hours. A milk float rattles down the brick-paved lane, with empty bottles clinking in the cold. You pull the blanket closer to your chin and watch the shadows stretch across the floor. We have no schedule waiting by the door. Step into and leave the watch behind. The kettle whistles softly on the stove. A quiet Saturday belongs to friends who trade their rushing for a cup of tea. The paper lies unread upon the mat, while pigeons flutter on the garden wall. You point out how the ivy turned to bronze against the fading red of neighbor brick. We take our time because the clock is sick. Step into wool and leave the watch behind. The kettle whistles softly on the stove. A quiet Saturday belongs to friends who trade their rushing for a cup of tea. Remember when we used to sprint for trains and eat our sandwiches at metal desks? Now every hour stretches wide and deep, with nothing pressing on our tired minds. The afternoon is ours to spend right here, until the porch light blinks at setting sun. We pull the wooden shutters halfway down and let the evening find us sitting still.
The smell of toasted rye drifts through the hall. An old man leaves his slippers by the wall. No letters in the box, no bills to pay. The world forgets to rush on Saturday. He shaves his cheek with water running slow and feeds the brown spaniel down below. A heavy coat is hanging by the door. He needs no destination anymore. A neighbor trims the hedge across the street. The neighborhood walks by with heavy feet. He finds an apple rolling in the bin and lets the quiet afternoon begin. He shaves his cheek with water running slow and feeds the brown spaniel down below. A heavy coat is hanging by the door. He needs no destination anymore. The shadows lengthen on the wooden floor. He locks the latch and bolts the kitchen door. The kettle whistles softly on the stove. A peaceful end to moments he has loved. A sudden thought of rusted hinges broke the quiet room. I watched the settling dust motes dance inside the golden gloom. No urgent bell is ringing from the hallway on the wall. Just
gentle shadows stretching as the afternoon steps tall. The heavy boots are tucked away beneath the wooden bench. No ticking clock can measure time or make my spirit clench. A kettle whistles softly on the iron stove alone. The neighbor tunes a violin to play an honest tone. We fold our hands and watch the clouds drift slowly past the pane, without a single promise made or reason to explain. The slippers wait beside the rug, where patchworked wool is spread. A loaf of baker's yeast rests warm upon the checkered bed. I trace the grain of cypress wood with fingers slow and old, and let the outside world forget the rushing and the cold. For 60 years the pavement ran beneath the hurried stride. Now weekend brings a quiet port where ships may safely ride. A kettle whistles softly on the iron stove alone. The neighbor tunes a violin to play an honest tone. We fold our hands and watch the clouds drift slowly past the pane, without a single promise made or reason to explain. The butter knife is resting on the porcelain plate today, and nothing in the universe requires us to obey. Why do clouds always resemble folded laundry in a basket, floating past the telephone wires without a single care? My slippers are mismatched on the braided rug. One is blue, the other faded green. The kettle hasn't whistled yet, but the flame is low and steady, and the dust motes dance in patches of the yellow afternoon. I wonder where the neighborhood ginger cat goes when the sprinklers start at 3. Time dissolves into the grain of the wooden floor, leaving footprints of an ordinary day. Pages turn themselves upon the vacant table, while the radio murmurs softly from the hall. Nobody is rushing through the heavy gateway, and the afternoon belongs completely to us all. Even the shadow of the elm tree stretches out to rest, pausing halfway across the neighbor's fence. The screen door creaks, a gentle welcome to the breeze, and nothing needs to be decided anymore. The color of the light upon your sleeve is tea-stained brown, a quiet shade of afternoon that settles on the town. We sit without a purpose while the world forgets to run. Two total strangers sharing in the warmth of Sunday sun. You ask me if the bakery across the street still bakes those heavy raisin loaves that leave a trail of sugar flakes. I tell you yes they do, but only if you reach the door before the heavy iron shutters close at 4:30. Old wooden boards begin to creak beneath our heavy shoes, while passing traffic leaves behind the sleepy Sunday blues. We trade our names for weather talk and watch the pigeons fly as gentle hours pass us by without a reason why. Most people rush to finish chores before the Monday bell. Instead we count the chimneys and the stories they might tell. You fold your woolen scarf and tuck it neatly at your knee, and offer half a peppermint to an accidental me. The shadows stretch across the grass and signal it is late. We stand and shake our heavy hands beside the rusty gate. Perhaps we meet again next week upon this wooden seat. Until that day we walk alone on different quiet streets. You said yesterday the neighbor's orange cat learned how to open the low pantry latch. I found 2 gray buttons resting on the mat, and a small copper kettle waiting for a match. No schedules to chase today. The quiet clock begins to play. A laundry basket waits in line, while shadows lengthen down the pine. A blue postage stamp peels from an old bill, the corner curled up like a sleeping fern. The neighborhood bakery keeps windows still, waiting for the second batch to turn. No schedules to chase today. The quiet clock begins to play. A laundry basket waits in line, while shadows lengthen down the pine. 5 pages of newsprint left on the chair. The crossword puzzle half done by the stairs. Nobody rushing to answer the ring, sipping hot water and watching birds wing. The bread knife stays quiet beside the warm loaf. The afternoon stretches through ceiling and rafter, and Sunday sits softly without any oath, forgetting the noise of the work and the laughter. Rough corduroy pressed against the wooden sill, while the Saturday afternoon stands wonderfully still. Dust motes are dancing in the yellow glare, not a single appointment waiting anywhere. Old wool trousers hanging from the back of the door. Nobody rushing across the hallway floor. Pockets emptied out of silver and receipts, resting easy far away from crowded streets. Faded cotton curtains brushing past the glass, watching every minute take its time to pass. A copper kettle whispering upon the stove, like an old record in a quiet timber grove. Old wool trousers hanging from the back of the door. Nobody rushing across the hallway floor. Pockets emptied out of silver and receipts, resting easy far away from crowded streets. Long shadows stretch across the garden bed, bringing back the laughter from the days we led. Time slows down when nobody keeps the score, and leaves a gentle promise underneath the floor. The fabric softens as the evening starts to fall, and twilight paints a quiet shadow on the wall. No place to travel and no urgent bell to ring, just breathing in the comfort that the hours bring. minutes past 2 on the dial. We are sitting right here in the shade, watching grandchildren run down the aisle of the garden our summer hands made. Look at us great at the temples today, reading the paper without any rush. Nobody calling to hurry us down, quietly watching the afternoon hush. 60 winters have blown through the pane since we packed up the flat in the town. Now we harvest the parsley and rain, never caring if stock markets drown. That was the dream we discussed in the car, back when the loan officer looked so severe. Now we can gaze at the same evening star, knowing the end of the journey is near. Look at us gray at the temples today, reading the paper without any rush. Nobody calling to hurry us down, quietly watching the afternoon hush. Someday a stranger will water the ferns, living inside of the stories we told, taking their time as the calendar turns, watching the sunset as silver beats gold. Pour another cup of peppermint tea, hold on to my hand as the shadow grows long. Everything happened exactly, you see, just like the ending of Sunday's old song. The smell of toasted rye drifts down the hall, while Arthur puts his slippers on the floor. He does not check the clock upon the wall. He lets the ticking wait behind the door. A neighbor sweeps the porch across the street, and Clara pours another cup of tea. They have no pressing place to move their feet, just hours of undisturbed tranquility. No schedules to chase or trains to catch today. The afternoon unfolds in quiet shades of gray. A pair of reading glasses rests upon the chair, while heavy burdens vanish in the drifting air. The golden light descends on potted ferns as shadows stretch across the wooden floor. With every lazy page that Arthur turns, the noisy world begins to matter less and more. For 50 years they rushed to beat the sun, and traded quiet hours for a hurried race. Now every simple moment left undone has found a gentle and forgiving resting place. The kitchen clock ticks softly
on the wall. As twilight gently settles through the room, they close the wooden shutters for us all and welcome in the quiet Sunday gloom.
Chair feels heavier today than it did when you ran every mile of the way. Your coat was too thin and your schedule too tight. You spent all your cash buying dreams in the night. I'm writing you this from a slow Saturday, where nobody shouts and no bills have to pay. The kettle is whistling a soft minor tune, and shadows are stretching across the old room. You hurried so fast to arrive at 32, not knowing the waiting is better for you. Put down the heavy case, unlace the boots, just sit on the porch and examine your roots. The dust on the sill has no business or care. It settles in peace on the back of the stair. I used to be frantic, now look at me here, just watching the robins fly into the clear. You thought that a pause was a terrible crime, a theft of your future, a waste of your prime. But life isn't running to catch a fast train, it is sitting quite still through a slow county rain. So fold up your papers and turn off the light. There is nothing you need to accomplish tonight. The kettle has stopped and the weekend is here. Sleep easy, young fellow, I'm holding the gear.
You said yesterday the kitchen faucet clicked twice before the water ran clear and cold. Now the neighborhood cat is sleeping on the bricks, absorbing the afternoon gold. A blue recycling bin rolls down the asphalt lane, bump against the curb and stops. Someone is painting their wooden shutter teal, counting how many drops. No hurry waits upon
The heavy front door stays unlocked. A neighbor waves across the trimmed hedgerow. Nowhere else we need to go. The dust motes settle on the piano keys, while shadows lengthen through the maples in the breeze. We leave the mail right where it fell and let the quiet serve us well. A chipped porcelain spoon rests right beside a puddle of milk I spilled at dawn. The clock on the sideboard has finally died, and I have no place I need to be gone. Paperbacks lean against the bread box, dog-eared pages curling in the draft. I left behind the race of ticking clocks and traded frantic hours for a quiet craft. The kettle sings a slow and lazy tune without a single duty on my mind. I watch the shadows crawl across the room and leave the heavy world so far behind. Socks go unmatched inside the wooden drawer. I trace the dust motes floating in the beams. Nobody knocks upon the wooden floor. Today belongs entirely to dreams. Even the yard broom leans against the shed, content to watch the clover slowly grow. I think of all the things left unsaid and realize there is nowhere else to go. The spoon stays still beside the empty cup. The day unfolds without a push or shove. I fold my hands and let the sun soak up the quiet corners that I learned to love. A tiny silver key rests beside my white ceramic cup. I do not need to lock the front door today. The mailman skipped our porch and left the papers piled up, and time has learned to look the other way. Dust motes dance inside a slanted beam of amber light. Nobody
nobody expects me anywhere until the night. I watch the kettle whistle its slow and easy tune. Pertinent letters can wait until the Tuesday moon. My leather boots are resting underneath the wooden chair. A sudden piece of silence finds me sitting here. The radio plays songs from 1975. A velvet voice reminds me how it felt to breathe. It takes so very little just to feel quite alive. Just folding up the map and taking leave. I watch the kettle whistle its slow and easy tune. Pertinent letters can wait until the Tuesday moon. My leather boots are resting underneath the wooden chair. A sudden piece of silence finds me sitting here. No place to rush, no heavy coat to pull right now. The afternoon belongs to shadows on the wall. I never knew that doing nothing had a grace somehow, or how a heavy heart could learn not to fall. The silver key remains untouched upon the kitchen wood. I let the hours drift past just like they always should. The world keeps spinning fast beyond my garden gate, but here inside this quiet room I choose to wait. Distant delivery scooter rounds the gravel bend, rattling against the chill of Saturday's first breeze. I pour 2 mugs of chicory and count the folded newspapers, sitting on your porch since Thursday afternoon. We used to mend copper kettles till our thumbs were black, before the bypass took the traffic past the river bend. Now the biggest choice we face is boiled or lightly fried, and whether to patch the canvas on the garden shed. Old neighbor, bring your folding chair across the lawn. The laundry line is empty and the clock is dead. We earn this quiet hour beneath the walnut trees, while time forgets to hurry past our painted fence. No tickets left to purchase and no trains to catch, just dust motes dancing lazily in attic beams. Sit down beside me and let the kettle whistle loud, because the weekend belongs to nobody else today.
A sudden memory of a misplaced shoe breaks through the quiet room. Dust motes perform a slow waltz inside the amber afternoon. No pressing deadlines wait outside to knock upon the glass. Just a shadow stretching long across the uncut garden grass. The heavy boots are tucked beneath the wooden kitchen bench. A heavy sigh begins to heal the weekly hurried trench. Old vinyl spins a gentle tune upon the corner shelf. A dusty book of black and white photographs reveals itself. The copper kettle starts to hum a slow and steady tune, while silver clouds drift lazy past the middle of the noon. A slice of buttered toast cools down upon the pattern plate. There is no place to hurry to and nothing left to wait. The tabby cat is curled asleep against the woven rug, inside the comfort born from silence and a ceramic mug. The porch board creaks a welcome note to any passing breeze. It whispers secrets softly through the heavy maple trees. The golden light begins to fade into a peaceful gray. This quiet room will hold the warmth of quite another day. The hours stretch out wide and calm until the stars appear. A gentle weekend harbor where there is nothing left to fear. Why does the old clock skip its third tick while dust motes dance in yellow air? I leave the heavy boots by the screen door and walk outside without my shoes. The neighbor trims his hedge in 3 short snips and hangs his great coat on the fence. Nobody rushing past the mailbox post, just shadows stretching very slow. Saturday stays tucked behind the shed, while copper kettles hum upon the stove. The telephone is resting on the floor, and nothing waits for me to cross the street. A yellow beetle crawls across the stone. It finds a crumb of yesterday's brown bread. I sit upon the wooden porch swing bench and watch the laundry flutter on the line. The pages of the paper lift themselves and fold right over on the sports report. A paper cup rolls gently down the drive before it settles in the ivy patch. Saturday stays tucked behind the shed, while
copper kettles hum upon the stove. The telephone is resting on the floor, and nothing waits for me to cross the street. Time forgets to check its pocket watch. The afternoon expands to fill the yard. A single sparrow perches on the spout and stays until the shadows turn to blue. I pull the blanket higher on my knees. The porch light flickers on without a sound, and Sunday waits beyond the apple tree, with empty hours just for sitting still. The light turning amber on the brick wall outside warns us to slow down before the morning can slide into another rush of laundry and mail. We have no schedule here, we have no trail. An older man tips his fedora at the curb. Lazy alley can disturb the pigeons pecking crumbs from the sidewalk drain, while we pretend we never knew the sting of rain. You ask if the bakery still makes plum tarts. I say they stopped baking them when we were young hearts. The stranger on the bench hears me and starts to smile. He has been waiting in this square a long, long while. An older man tips his fedora at the curb. Nothing in this lazy alley can disturb the pigeons pecking crumbs from the sidewalk drain, while we pretend we never knew the sting of rain. He shares a story about a radio show played from a rooftop 40 summers ago. We nod along and listen to his gentle voice, realizing sitting here was always our best choice. The shadows lengthen down the quiet avenue, and we have nowhere left in the world to go to. Just passing time with people we have never met, under a sun that refuses to set. Starts to whistle through the quiet room.
80 sitting on the wicker chair, watching the swallows build a nest up in the square. Nobody calls to ask us for a ledger sheet, just toasted rye and butter while the moments meet. I picture us tomorrow in the wicker seats, watching the neighborhood dogs trot down empty streets. Your glasses sliding down onto your gentle nose, while afternoon turns heavy into evening rose. When we are 80 sitting on the wicker chair, watching the swallows build a nest up in the square. Nobody calls to ask us for a ledger sheet, just toasted rye and butter while the moments meet. And people said that time would vanish in a rush. Instead it slows right down to such a golden hush. A future afternoon we haven't lived out yet, already feeling warm enough to keep and get. 10 minutes past 11 on the kitchen wall. We have nowhere we need to hurry to at all. The kettle stops its singing and the day is ours, floating gently through the uncounted hours. A milk float rattles down the brick-paved lane, with empty bottles clinking in the cold. You pull the blanket closer to your chin and watch the shadows stretch across the floor. We have no schedule waiting by the door. Step into and leave the watch behind. The kettle whistles softly on the stove. A quiet Saturday belongs to friends who trade their rushing for a cup of tea. The paper lies unread upon the mat, while pigeons flutter on the garden wall. You point out how the ivy turned to bronze against the fading red of neighbor brick. We take our time because the clock is sick. Step into wool and leave the watch behind. The kettle whistles softly on the stove. A quiet Saturday belongs to friends who trade their rushing for a cup of tea. Remember when we used to sprint for trains and eat our sandwiches at metal desks? Now every hour stretches wide and deep, with nothing pressing on our tired minds. The afternoon is ours to spend right here, until the porch light blinks at setting sun. We pull the wooden shutters halfway down and let the evening find us sitting still.
The smell of toasted rye drifts through the hall. An old man leaves his slippers by the wall. No letters in the box, no bills to pay. The world forgets to rush on Saturday. He shaves his cheek with water running slow and feeds the brown spaniel down below. A heavy coat is hanging by the door. He needs no destination anymore. A neighbor trims the hedge across the street. Neighborhood walks by with heavy feet. He finds an apple rolling in the bin and lets the quiet afternoon begin. He shaves his cheek with water running slow and feeds the brown spaniel down below. A heavy coat is hanging by the door. He needs no destination anymore. The shadows lengthen on the wooden floor. He locks the latch and bolts the kitchen door. The kettle whistles softly on the stove. A peaceful end to moments he has loved. A sudden thought of rusted hinges broke the quiet room. I watched the settling dust motes dance
inside the golden gloom. No urgent bell is ringing from the hallway on the wall. Just gentle shadows stretching as the afternoon steps tall. The heavy boots are tucked away beneath the wooden bench. No ticking clock can measure time or make my spirit clench. A kettle whistles softly on the iron stove alone. The neighbor tunes a violin to play an honest tone. We fold our hands and watch the clouds drift slowly past the pane, without a single promise made or reason to explain. The slippers wait beside the rug, where patchworked wool is spread. A loaf of baker's yeast rests warm upon the checkered bed. I trace the grain of cypress wood with fingers slow and old, and let the outside world forget the rushing and the cold. For 60 years the pavement ran beneath the hurried stride. Now weekend brings a quiet port where ships may safely ride. A kettle whistles softly on the iron stove alone. The neighbor tunes a violin to play an honest tone. We fold our hands and watch the clouds drift slowly past the pane, without a single promise made or reason to explain. The butter knife is resting on the porcelain plate today, and nothing in the universe requires us to obey. Why do clouds always resemble folded laundry in a basket, floating past the telephone wires without a single care? My slippers are mismatched on the braided rug. One is blue, the other faded green. The kettle hasn't whistled yet, but the flame is low and steady, and the dust motes dance in patches of the yellow afternoon. I wonder where the neighborhood ginger cat goes when the sprinklers start at 3. Time dissolves into the grain of the wooden floor, leaving footprints of an ordinary day. Pages turn themselves upon the vacant table, while the radio murmurs softly from the hall. Nobody is rushing through the heavy gateway, and the afternoon belongs completely to us all. Even the shadow of the elm tree stretches out to rest. Part pausing halfway across the neighbor's fence. The screen door creaks, a gentle welcome to the breeze, and nothing needs to be decided anymore.
The color of the light upon your sleeve is tea-stained brown, a quiet shade of afternoon that settles on the town. We sit without a purpose while the world forgets to run. Two total strangers sharing in the warmth of Sunday sun. You ask me if the bakery across the street still bakes those heavy raisin loaves that leave a trail of sugar flakes. I tell you yes they do, but only if you reach the door before the heavy iron shutters close at 4:30. Old wooden boards begin to creak beneath our heavy shoes, while passing traffic leaves behind the sleepy Sunday blues. We trade our names for weather talk and watch the pigeons fly as gentle hours pass us by without a reason why. Most people rush to finish chores before the Monday bell. Instead we count the chimneys and the stories they might tell. You fold your woolen scarf and tuck it neatly at your knee, and offer half a peppermint to an accidental me. The shadows stretch across the grass and signal it is late. We stand and shake our heavy hands beside the rusty gate. Perhaps we meet again next week upon this wooden seat. Until that day we walk alone on different quiet streets. You said yesterday the neighbor's orange cat learned how to open the low pantry latch. I found 2 gray buttons resting on the mat and a small copper kettle waiting for a match. No schedules to chase today. The quiet clock begins to play. A laundry basket waits in line, while shadows lengthen down the pine. A blue postage stamp peels from an old bill, the corner curled up like a sleeping fern.
neighborhood bakery keeps windows still, waiting for the second batch to turn. No schedules to chase today. The quiet clock begins to play. A laundry basket waits in line, while shadows lengthen down the pine. 5 pages of newsprint left on the chair. The crossword puzzle half done by the stairs. Nobody rushing to answer the ring, sipping hot water and watching birds wing. The bread knife stays quiet beside the warm loaf. The afternoon stretches through ceiling and rafter, and Sunday sits softly without any oath, forgetting the noise of the work and the laughter. Rough corduroy pressed against the wooden sill, while the Saturday afternoon stands wonderfully still. Dust motes are dancing in the yellow glare. Not a single appointment waiting anywhere. Trousers hanging from the back of the door. Nobody rushing across the hallway floor. Pockets emptied out of silver and receipts, resting easy far away from crowded streets. Faded cotton curtains brushing past the glass, watching every minute take its time to pass. A copper kettle whispering upon the stove, like an old record in a quiet timber grove. Old wool trousers hanging from the back of the door. Nobody rushing across the hallway floor. Pockets emptied out of silver and receipts, resting easy far away from crowded streets. Long shadows stretch across the garden bed, bringing back the laughter from the days we led. Time slows down when nobody keeps the score, and leaves a gentle promise underneath the floor. Fabric softens as the evening starts to fall, and twilight paints a quiet shadow on the wall. No place to travel and no urgent bell to ring, just breathing in the comfort